Okay. So to all that are here, we appreciate your time. We're really excited to informally meet you on Zoom. My name is Stephanie Caban. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I serve as one of the advisors for the University Honors Programs, specifically with University Scholars and Honors College students. You will see some friendly faces around the Zoom room. They're either representatives of the university through the admissions office and or seasoned university scholar students who are leaders on campus. Later on, you'll be able to interact with them a little bit and get some of your questions answered. But the bulk of the presentation today will serve an introduction to the University Scholars Program and what we're all about. Samantha, I just want to double check that you are still able to hear me and all of that.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, cool. All right. So to start us off, we're going to go over the mission of our program. So at Stony Brook, our mission is to foster community and support students holistically through individualized advising, foundational seminars, programming centered on leadership, service, and academic excellence. So to put that succinctly, other services that are going to amplify your experience here at Stony Brook and amplify your education to support you in all ways that we possibly can. Spoiler alert, you've already met me. I'm Stephanie. I'm the third person listed on this slide. Again, my position is an advisor. So incoming class, you as students, you'll be able to lean on me for academic support. We also have two other folks who are not in the room today. One is Dr. Sherman, who serves as our assistant dean for all university honors programs here. And we also have Jesse Frivola, who serves as the director of the University Scholars Program, as well as an academic advisor for scholars. We do have, like I said, two students in the room who I'll have introduce themselves to you closer to the panel part that we have saved for you, the FAQ. So I would encourage you to save your questions for the end of the presentation. You are welcome to take notes, and we will definitely have a discussion after we've shared all of this great information with you. So what is the University Scholars Program? Hopefully you're all aware of that as you've applied and have been accepted. Congratulations. So scholars are essentially high achieving students who represent the top 7% of the incoming freshman class based on high school GPA, SAT scores, and co-curricular involvement. The admission to the program as freshmen is invitation only. So congratulations to all of you. This is a very exclusive opportunity. The general makeup for the last incoming class, just to give you an idea, the SAT scores ranged from about 1380 to 1530, and the GPA range is 95 to 99. Scholars is a 4-year program with requirements from freshman year until your graduation. And that's really to enrich your experience here at Stony Brook. So you're not just laser focused on your major. You have other opportunities for growth and education. And then lastly, all scholars are housed together in communities across campus. So some advantages you can expect, and I'm sure our scholars in the room who we have today can definitely speak to that. Scholars have special sections of Scholars 101 and 102 in your first year. Scholars 101 is a seminar for first year students, specifically scholars, meant to integrate you into the scholars community and to the Stony Brook community. So basically learning how to be a student at Stony Brook as a scholar student. That's a 1-credit seminar. You are expected as a scholar to earn a satisfactory grade. That's much like a pass grade, a P. Scholars 102 is taken in your second semester of your first year, again, a 1-credit course. But these topics vary, and you have freedom of choice with which section you would like to select. And that is based on the 3 pillars of our Scholars Program values. So that's leadership, service, and academic excellence. It also varies in other topics such as the humanities, technology, etc. So it's a great way to branch out maybe from your major or your other interests. You will have potentially specialized training classes if you are applying and selected as a Scholars Fellow. That's essentially a teaching assistantship opportunity and a mentorship opportunity in one. So we just discussed Scholars 101. Those fellows for scholars serve as a TA for Scholars 101. Part of the requirement and training process for fellows, it's a very selective process, only about 11 spots offered. You are required to be um, enrolled in Scholars 275 as part of your training. We will give you all the tools you need to be that adequate TA slash mentor as a fellow, and 276 is more of like learning the application of being a TA fellow. You will also receive personalized academic advising throughout your entire Stony Brook career by the same advisors. So you'll be seeing my face and Jessie Frivola's face a lot throughout each semester for the 4 years that you're here. It's always advised that you are seeking advisement from us at least once a semester, and preferably before, the next time you have to enroll. So you have all your ducks in a row and you truly understand what your plans are. You will also receive priority class registration, and that's within your class year. So the amount of credits allows you to be categorized in a class year, and you will receive priority class registration based on that. You will also have a notation on your official transcript for each semester you are in the program. You'll have access to honors program spaces. In the very building that I'm in right now, you can't really see where I'm at, but I'm in the student union. In the student union, we have student lounges specifically dedicated to our honors program students. So you will have access to that with your student ID card. You'll be able to swipe in, and it's just a space for you to either relax, unwind, study, or come together as fellow scholars just to bond. So we would encourage you to take advantage of that. That's a space just for you. Opportunities to plan and participate in special events, programs, trips, and symposia. I'll get into that in a moment, but these are exclusively for scholar students. And last but not least, opportunities to to network with alumni. Now, getting more into scholars involvement, so we talked a little bit about the academic piece, but this is getting involved within your community as a university scholar. So there are a lot of opportunities that surface, but here are some highlights. First is the Scholars Fellows Program, which I've already alluded to. That's an opportunity for you to serve as a mentor and a teaching assistant in Scholars 101. So you're kind of putting back into your community and being able to be that role model for Scholars 101 students. So the next incoming class, essentially. First year mentorship program. So that's an opportunity to provide mentorship to other first year students. And we typically match you as a mentor for your mentee based on co-curricular interest, major interest, etc. So it's an opportunity for you to brush up on your leadership skills and also afford a fellow student a smoother transition to Stony Brook. Scholars Executive Committee, those are a select group of students who are essentially the voice of the scholars community. They play a really integral role in working with me. I'm the advisor for the executive committee in putting together programs reflective of scholars' wants and needs. And we're also hitting again on our pillars. So leadership, service, academic excellence, they all have themes, those events of those pillars. We also have the Torch newsletter. We're always looking for writers, photographers, anyone on the artistic side or wants to take a crack at that as a new opportunity coming into Stony Brook. That could be a good opportunity for you. It's basically an e-newsletter that goes out to your Stony Brook email if you're a scholar once a semester. It highlights any exciting news and opportunities on the horizon for scholar students. Also want to cover some programming traditions. Again, I know that our current students can definitely speak to this, but I'm just listing off, the advantages, the benefits, and how you can get involved. So with traditions, like I said, I am the advisor for the executive committee. The executive committee they've started to host general board meetings. So if you want to get your feet wet in a leadership position as a first year student, you're not really sure where to start, I would say to connect with the executive committee and see where you can get involved. But we do have general board meetings. Our director, Jessie Frivola, started what's called the Scholars Mindfulness Series. It's an opportunity to attend a 4-credit event towards the scholars requirement, where you're in an environment that is relaxing, engaging, and also non-judgmental. And you'll be able to learn more tips and tricks towards mindfulness, because that's very important in your success. I started this tradition, excuse me, or expanded on it. It's called the Finals Thrive event, where we give out Thrive kits instead of survival kits. We see you all as very competent students who are going to thrive during their finals. So we've carved out a time closer to the finals event where you're able to kind of grab and go, learn a little bit about mindfulness, stress management, interacting with some of our offices, grabbing some free lunch on the way out and a kit. And the kit has a whole bunch of goodies to support you, whether it's just to bring a smile to your face or to actually sustain you in some way. So like a snack, um, a motivational sticker. It's just something like a pick me up. And then lastly, we have other events where we've collaborated across campus with other offices, which is great visibility for scholars. It could lead to networking and just opportunities overall. So some offices we've collaborated with is Center for Prevention and Outreach, Center for Service Learning and Community Service, and then last but not least, the Career Center. Okay, we're going to get into the scholars requirement. So in order to maintain your affiliation with us and to remain in the program, you must meet the following requirements. So you must obtain an S or satisfactory grade in Scholars 101 and a grade of C or higher in Scholars 102. You must maintain a 3.0 GPA every semester and cumulatively at the very least. We have very high standards for you, so we are not accepting of those found responsible of academic dishonesty. It will result in permanent removal from the program. Because our pillars, our values reflect leadership and service, we do require you to attend at least one event that allows you that credit to satisfy the event requirement each semester. If you are a freshman, which you all are, you will be required to attend one for both semesters. And then after that, it's once a semester. We don't make any exceptions for this because this is part of the program. You're all leaders in your own respect, and we want you to keep expanding on that, which is why we have all those events and traditions created for you. And then you must also complete the EXP Plus category within the Stony Brook curriculum. That's basically our general requirements towards graduation. That's what we call it, the Stony Brook curriculum. One of those attributes or requirements is EXP Plus, which is short for experiential learning. So anything that supports your out of the classroom learning experience. That could be a teaching assistantship, like a fellow, as I had mentioned, studying abroad, conducting research. We'll work with you as well and connect you with other offices here if that's something that you want to start thinking about even now, as you're starting your college career. And then lastly, I will repeat this a little later in case you forget, but it's one thing to sit through a presentation and be told information about the Scholars Program, but it would be nice for you to actually experience what Stony Brook is like, the campus, the other resources, and essentially how you would fit here at Stony Brook. We would like for you to experience a day of that. So you are highly encouraged to register for Admitted Seawolf Day. This is just a screenshot. You are welcome to take a picture if you'd like, but there are 2 dates and different times for each date, or same time frame, different dates, and it just gives you more information. So I just wanted to put that all on your radar. Okay, and then we'll just move on to our contact information. If you have any follow-up questions based on today's presentation or overall, we are located in the Stony Brook Union, Suite 111. That's our phone number, the main line. That is our website. And then we do have an Instagram, so you are welcome to follow us just to get a little bit more of a pulse of what we're doing lately. Okay. So this is the
Yeah,
point.
I'm on Zoom.
Oh, hello. Okay. I just wanted to.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something, Samantha. Thank you. Okay. Um, So that's basically what I had to offer in terms of an overview of the Scholars Program. I do want our students to take it over in terms of answering a few questions, and of course, offering that really crucial insight on your experience. We do have a few moments together left, so I do want to honor that. And if I can have the students, Samantha and Muniza, just formally introduce yourselves, your full name, pronouns, major, and hometown, please.
I can kick us off. Hi, everyone. My name's Samantha Horgan. I'm from Medford, New York, so I'm a commuter student, and I am a chemistry major that uses she, her pronouns.
Muniza, are you trying to speak? Hello? No, we can't hear you. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll try our best to go back and forth between the Zoom messaging and then Samantha speaking out loud, if that makes everybody okay and comfortable. Okay, so we'll do about two questions and then see where we go with time. So Samantha Muniza, again, you're welcome to speak out loud or pose your answer within the message. So the first question is, can you all share why you chose Stony Brook and specifically the University Scholars Program?
Yeah, so probably like a lot of you guys, I was debating between my options. For me, the main reason I chose to go to Stony Brook was proximity to home and all the opportunities that came for being a STEM major. I knew it would put me in a position to do well in whatever career I decided to pursue. So for that reason, I knew I wanted to go to Stony Brook. And then for scholars specifically, I really like the idea of a community. If any of you are going to be commuter students, I know you might be hearing that it might be hard to make friends, but I can promise that scholars really helps that out. And especially as like an introvert myself, I really found all my friends at Stony Brook through the scholars program, and I'm super grateful for that. So I really think that the scholars program is going to help you adjust to college, whether you dorm or if you commute.
Thank you, Samantha. I'm also going to share Muniza's response as well. Um, you can hear me? Okay, just want to make sure I'm not on mute. I chose Stony Brook because it has a very good medical program and it's very diverse. Also, it has a variety of honors programs, and one of them is the University Scholars Program. Um, University Scholars Program really helps to make connections around campus. Thanks for that. Okay, so our next prepared question is, how would you describe the campus culture and community here?
I think it's awesome. I think at Stony Brook, there's really something for everybody. If you like sports, we have all of those, and we have so many different kinds of clubs and extracurricular activities. There really is something regardless of what your interests are. So I think that's great. And I think it's just a community, especially within scholars, where everyone is ambitious and hardworking, and it will push you to be the best version of yourself. So scholars really just adds to the Stony Brook experience.
Thank you, Samantha. All right, our next question is, oh, Lunisa has a response too. It's very multiculturalistic and inclusive and has so many extracurricular activities to be involved in. Thank you. All right, next question is, can you talk about any leadership or extracurricular opportunities you're involved in?
So the scholars program has really helped, and I know Stephanie touched on it, but the fellows program within scholars has probably been the most rewarding of the ones that I've done. It was super awesome to get to see all the scholar students grow, and that position kind of helped me springboard into multiple other ones. So I've been a teaching assistant for the honors general chemistry and general chemistry lab, where Muniza was actually my student for both of them. And I'm also now starting research, which again is really possible by being a fellow and kind of learning the leadership skills that I would need to be successful in these positions that require a little bit of responsibility.
Right. Does Muniza have anything to add before we move on? Okay, Muniza is involved in SVU Muslim Student Association Club and will participate in the leadership role in the following semester and will be one of the Scholars 101 fellows. However, the Muslim Student Association holds meetings and regulates many fun activities. Overall, they don't make us feel marginalized once we become part of the community. Thank you for that, Muniza. Okay. Next question is, what has been your favorite aspect of being a university scholar so far?
I would say it probably traces back to being a fellow. I think that was super rewarding, and getting to learn how to teach and meet new freshmen was awesome. It was kind of like seeing yourself go through that process again. And now you come with the wisdom of what you would have done differently. So I think that was super valuable. And then also just all the events that are put on. So I'm a chemistry major, but I love to go to all the art crawls that are part of the scholars events. I think those are super cool. So that just kind of shows you that we really do have something, regardless of your interests. So all of the events that we put on, I would recommend checking out a couple a semester because they're all pretty nice. And it's good to take a break from your classes sometimes.
Apologies, folks, I'm trying to unmute myself. Okay, so Muniza says, I think we get outstanding Scholars 101 fellows who guide us as freshman students. It requires attendance at events every semester, which Muniza feels is a great opportunity for students to explore campus and make new connections. That's great. Um, I have a question in the chat from one of our students. Give me one moment. I think it blends well with the next question, so I'll kind of do a two-parter. So one of our students says, does it take a lot of your time to be in the program? Does it affect your academics, especially during test periods, exam periods? My question was going to be around, with that in mind, what kind of support and resources does the University Scholars Program provide for students?
Yeah, so this was definitely a concern I had when joining, but it's again one of the reasons why I chose scholars over the other honors opportunities, just because, in my opinion, it's pretty laid back. You have your scholars 101 and 102, but those classes are really made to be enjoyed and they're not difficult at all. You have your event requirement, but otherwise than that, it really does not interfere with your schedule. So you'll have plenty of time for your chemistry and your math midterms, but it it's really not too much of a time commitment. If anything, you want to spend more time there because it's such a nice break from your other classes. Like it was always the highlight of my week. And then it also just kind of helps because the scholars program is really understanding of what you're going through. So the finals Thrive kits are always awesome. And then you can always speak to an academic advisor if you're having difficulty with any of your classes or if you're feeling a little bit concerned. So there's a lot of resources designed to help you succeed, and the program is just set up in a way that will help you maintain your GPA while getting to experience things outside of the classroom.
Thanks, Samantha. Muniza feels the resources that the University Scholars Program provides um, allow you to select your classes earlier than most students, and that will most likely get you into your favorite classes or desired ones. You're around students with a very prestigious academic background, and this program also allows students to participate in research on campus. I'd also like to add, we do have other honors programs here at Stony Brook, but University Scholars Program, we're very leadership and service based, and academic excellence, of course. But we emphasize those two parts specifically, because we do want you to have a diverse experience outside of your classroom, which I think allows you to balance, your course load, your academic rigor, gives you a break. I would say academically, mentally, you are able to put efforts in other things that interest you and other things that are of importance to you. Cool. All right, next question, still kind of similar, but it's good to expand on. So, how do you balance your academic workload with other activities and commitments?
This is definitely super important. And I think it's something that I know I definitely initially struggled with, and it's okay if you do too. But I would say just setting boundaries for yourself, especially when you get to college. You just set, I'm going to take 2 hours out of my day to go for a walk or exercise or see my friends. So you're going to have to learn how to manage your time and prioritize, make things that are important to you a priority. I really recommend using all the resources on campus to do this. We have like the rec center and everything. So there's a lot of ways to stay active and to kind of take a break from your classes, but you'll learn how to manage your time. And everything will work out. But just making sure you set your boundaries and you don't spend every waking minute thinking about school, because in the end, it really won't help you that much. So it's good to just focus on your classes enough to do well, but not try too hard that you're find yourself getting distressed.
Thanks, Samantha. All right. Muniza provided a response. I prioritize and find out what tasks are more important and need more attention. Also, make a schedule or plan that includes all academic commitments and extracurricular activities. But if I sometimes feel overwhelmed, I would reach out to the TAs like Sam, Samantha, as they offer guidance and help in certain courses. Thanks for that. All right, our next question. I do see another question in the message, but I'd like to also pose the last question as well. Muniza also says, I would go to Sam every week. She is the best. So there's power in community. Our scholars are the best. So, that you'll have that community to lean on, which is really nice and warm to hear that from. Okay, so our final prepared question is, what advice would you give to incoming university scholars to make the most out of their experience here?
I would say probably two things. The first thing would be don't compare yourself to other students. Your journey is going to look different from everybody else, and it's perfectly okay if you struggle. Maybe your friends might not look like they are, but I promise everyone does. So just focus on your own journey for the beginning part, and it'll help you do a little bit better. And then overall, I would utilize your TAs, utilize your office hours, but just put yourself out there and try different things. If you played sports in high school and you're missing it, go ahead and try out for a sport. That's what I did. I missed cross country, so I decided I'll join the European handball team, and it was great, and I loved it. And I think there's plenty of different things that you can try, but just put yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, and you'll see the opportunities that come with that, and it'll be rewarding.
Awesome. All right. I also have a response from Muniza. Um, I'm going to assume it says get involved in extracurricular activities, try new activities and explore the campus. If you don't find any club interesting, that's fine. There are so many activities on the Cork app that you can be involved in and find what interests you best. I'd also like to add in there that if there isn't a club that exists on campus, Stony Brook will work with you, Student Life specifically, on potentially getting the club up and running, so it can serve, the needs and wants not only of you, but maybe other peers who are interested in that. Make friends and always reach out to your university scholars, fellows, or instructors if you feel overwhelmed. Awesome. Samantha, since you can speak out loud if you don't mind, do you mind just giving a brief overview of what the Cork app is? Munisa did mention it. I just wanted to give a little bit more context.
Yeah, so the Cork Act app is something that you'll learn about in your Scholars 101 class, but you'll probably wind up using it during orientation week. It's kind of a centralized app through the school that lists all of the extracurricular, like the clubs, the activities, and it'll go through all the events being offered that day. So if you finish your assignments and you're looking to go out and do something fun, you can just go right onto the app and see what's happening that day, where it's happening, and then you can register for the event right there and then just go to the event and sign in. So it's kind of like almost like a pass system, and it's just a centralized location for all the things happening around campus that day for pretty much all the extracurricular activities.
Great, thank you, Samantha, for that overview. All right, so I do want to honor that there are some questions. Okay, so Dan, I think already answered it, but I'll say it out loud. So the question poses, who's creating, responsible for, slash focus of the program? Do students participate, get involved? I'm assuming that's what the question was about. And then the answer is you'll be pre-registered for your courses for your first semester based on your major and your responses on the advising planning form that you submit after you enroll. For the following semester, you will work with your advisor to register for your classes. That's exactly correct. So it's kind of like a puzzle. In your first semester, we put that together, your advisors based on what you provide with your academic background. And part of Scholars 101 is dedicated to teaching you how to be a student, right? That includes registration and then the application of actually registering on your own. That's the responsibility you get to take on, which is a lot of fun because again, you're taking ownership of your education, but that's also what your university scholars advisors are there for, to offer guidance and support where needed. And like I already said, if anything, I hope that you get out of this presentation interaction is that you at least meet with your scholars advisors at least once a semester, just to see, check in how you're doing and also see what your progress is. Okay, so we have about like 2 or 3 more minutes for 1 or 2 questions. A question posed was, are you confined to the major you applied as, or can you easily change your major? The answer is it depends. I'll let our university current scholar students chime in as well. But we go off what's on your advising planning form as a first year student. That's what we base your schedule upon. If you communicate with us that it's otherwise going to change, we will do our best to honor that, but the answer is it depends on seat availability. If it is a specific type of major that requires admission on its own, like an admissions process, an application, a lot of those majors that are application based are like College of Business, and majors within the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. If you do have any questions or concerns now as an incoming student, you are welcome to email the University Scholars email, and we can communicate with you. But also note that that does affect your degree progress. That's a later conversation though, but we will work one-to-one with you throughout your journey here. Okay. So it doesn't look like we have any more questions. We have about 2 more minutes left. Do our lovely university scholar students or Thean have anything to add?
Oh,
Okay.
I was just going to share um the our link to our YouTube page again. So we should get the recording up on there if you wanted to go back and watch anything, or share it with any friends who didn't make it. We'll also send a follow-up email with that link in there.
Great, thank you. I'm also including the link in the Zoom chat now for the admitted student events. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, that would be
Okay.
great. If you haven't registered yet, please do. And there will also be a special University Scholars reception that day, and invites will be going out probably in the next few days, inviting you to the special University Scholars reception on on either March 23rd or April 6th. So watch out for that email.
Thank you so much for that. So I did put the link in the chat. Make sure you open it before you leave today's Zoom session. And hopefully we get to meet you in person. That would be really exciting for you to experience campus and also talk to us one-on-one in person in the flesh. But we are going to formally conclude today's session. I want to thank you all again for your time, your patience, and your wonderful questions. It's really nice to virtually meet you all. I also want to thank our Stony Brook representatives and our student panelists. So thank you all for your wisdom and your time too. Bye, everyone.